Good morning, y'all. I am feeling rather productive this morning, so I'm going to take you along with me. Of course, we're going to start today, open these blinds up, get some fresh light in here, make the bed so it's harder to get in it. I'm going to start a load of laundry, and there are towels in the dryer. I'm putting them up right from the dryer. Ain't that something? Usually they go in a basket or on a bed. They do not get put up right away, so that's productive just in itself. I'm going to sit down and make me a to-do list, because if not, ADHD brain or whatever you want to call it is going to get in the way, and I'm going to do a whole lot of everything and a whole lot of nothing at the same time. I am going to make some breakfast. We're going to do some potatoes, fried eggs, and some meat in a skillet type of deal, so I'm getting that ready. I'm going to go ahead and make me some coffee. I'm going to forget about this and let it sit on the counter, and it'll become iced coffee later. Last night, I did some caramelized onions in the electric canner, so I'm going to get those jars cleaned off. There was a little bit of siphoning, so they need washed with some soap and water, and then, of course, they'll need labeled as well. I forgot that it has cooled off some, so I stopped and opened my window and talked to the chickens out there for a little bit. That just makes my morning. It makes me so happy. I'm washing some dishes. One of the downsides to cooking almost everything from scratch is there is always a ton of dishes. Also with canning projects, you got to wash your jars and sterilize them before. So I also have those jars to do for our next canning project. I'm going to go ahead and fill the canner up with, not the canner, I'm going to fill the water pitcher up with some water so that it can get boiling for me, and I'll put that in the canner. That way it works while I work on other things. I am reorganizing a few things to make some space. We're running out of room on this canning shelf, so I moved a couple things around so that I could put those caramelized onions and some white beans that I canned up here, and also have room for the pinto beans later on today. I'm doing more dishes. I'm telling you, I've done dishes probably 3, 4, 5 times in this video, and I'll have more to do later today as well. We use these 5-gallon buckets to refill our half-gallon and quart jars with spices and dry goods. I was out of salt, so I needed to refill it, and went ahead and refilled the sugar and flour while I was at it. This makes it super easy for us to grab from the shelf and use versus having to grab these 5-gallon buckets all the time. I'll refill these several times a month. We have other things like popcorn, oats, rice, different kinds of beans. Of course, all of our spices and herbs and things like that go in here as well. Today's canning project is pinto beans. I plan on doing a dozen or so jars of these pinto beans. So I'm getting the pinto beans in there. I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt on top of here. These are for the quart jars, and fill them with some hot water. We're going to get some beef tallow going so that we can fry up these potatoes for the breakfast bowls. I also need to feed my ginger bug and get it shaken up a little bit, sat back on the counter for later. More dishes. I'm telling you, we do dishes a lot in this house. I'm going to go ahead and take apart these jars so that I can get them washed and sterilized for those pinto beans, and get the box in the burn barrel. We pick up milk every other week, about an hour away, so I want to get the jars ready for us to be able to do that tomorrow. That way I'm not looking for them in the morning. Breakfast is almost done. I'm going to throw these eggs on top, let them fry up for a few minutes, add a little bit more seasoning, throw a little bit of meat on top, let it get warm, and then we're going to sit down for a little bit, take a little break from getting things done, enjoy this breakfast, and then we'll get back to it.